animation examples. This is one good website is there that is for beginners. That means that website is for beginners where you will get a lot of animation designs. You can see and try them, like spinners, like others. You can see these are very huge, very lengthy. These are. I will later check and post them. Okay. I will post that website in the classroom. You check. Others are very complicated, so they are not good for learners. They will be very complex. Simple options so that they will make you perfect in these animations. I will upload that. You check that. So these are the options that we can apply by using what? Keyframes. So I will give one example here like this. You can try different. This is example for working with keyframes. Okay. So now suppose if we ask like to create some animations, you observe in websites, if there is bootstrap, I will show you. You see, suppose I am linking style sheet, and in the style sheet href, here we are having node modules. Bootstrap is there. We know bootstrap also we use it for forms now. Yeah. Here, observe carefully, same like blink I have showed you. You can see I am using a div. Here we will put a class container. Yeah. Actually, in this div, I am applying class spinner grow. And when I apply spinner grow, you can see the spinner will be like this. I will remove this heart temporarily. Yeah. You can see that is the spinner grow. This is already provided by whom? Bootstrap people. Now, can we create like this? Of course, just now we done that. Just now we created like that. This is ready-made they are having. So all such animations, I given spinner grow. Suppose there is option spinner border. Spinner border means it will be like this. That means it is having spinner border will have an animation. Like this it will be. Like this it will be. Can we create like that? We can create like that. That is nothing but a circle, and that circle is rotating 360 degree. It is rotating 360 degree. A circle is having a small gap, right? Half circle or some circle, and it is rotating 360 degree. That means in keyframes, you can use your transformations also. You can use your transforms. We learn transform now. For example, see, I will add here this heart. If I want to make it rotate, then what we have to do? In the from, we can add transform. Transform how much? So we will give transform as what? So we will give transform rotate. From rotate 0 degree and to rotate transform, which one? Rotate to how much? 360 degree. That's what we are giving. That means it will be like this. That means it is rotating and it is displaying. We can add transforms. We can add our own attributes and effects. We can make this rotate. If I don't increase the size, then at one place it is rotating. Right? These kind of animations are created by using keyframes and all. Right? This is applied for any content that you want. These kind of simple transitions are present. I will give you the link of a website. You try that website. In that website, they give the code also. But first, what you do is don't see their code. You see the animation and you try to design that animation by yourself. You have any doubt, then refer to the code, what the code they have given. Because without completely implementing their code also, with our knowledge of CSS, we can implement. That's what we can do, right? So this is all how we can apply the keyframes. But here one problem is there. One of the main problem is note is transitions, transforms, and animations have browser dependency issues. So few browsers cannot display or use animations. They cannot use. Sometimes you may return everything correct, but some browsers can't understand. That means animations will not run in some browsers. They don't run in some browsers. That is the problem we have. So the issue with the transforms, transitions, and animation is browser dependency. Then how to handle that is to handle browser dependency issues. CSS provides various plugins. For various plugins for different browsers. It provides various plugins for different browsers. What is meant by plugin? Plugin is nothing but an additional software. When you add that additional software, something which is not working, it may work. That means if any one option is not working. Why it is not working? Because some supporting software is required. And if that software is missing, you add that software, then it will start working. Same like, suppose in your computer you don't have MS Office, or in your mobile you don't have MS Office, and somebody sent you a Excel file, then you can't open it. You can download, but you cannot see it because it needs a software. Can I open in MS Paint? No. Can I open in Notepad or something? No. For that, a certain software is required. Like that, for animations also, some plugins are required. If those plugins are not mentioned, then browser cannot use animation. In real-time projects, what happens? Our developers will write animations with all plugins. Why? Because we don't know which browser client will use. That means we designed website, but which browser he will use, we don't know. Sometimes we will alert them. We will tell that only this browser you have to use. Majority websites will do. If you scroll down the websites at the footer, they will mention that this website is best viewed on these browsers. So CSS provides some plugins which are used to make our animations work everywhere. What are those plugins? How to write them? We write the plugins like this. Hyphen WebKit is a plugin. You remember this name? Yeah. What is WebKit? You remember this name WebKit? Where we learned about this? In the beginning, we discussed browser engines. Remember that? We learned browser engines. What are the browser engines? Some browser engines we discussed now. What are those browser engines? So we have different browser engines. So we have a browser engine called V8. We have a browser engine called WebKit. We have a browser engine called Chakra. We have a browser engine called Gecko, Spider, Monkey. These are the engines of Firefox, right? So WebKit is an engine. Actually, this plugin is used for different browsers. Like this is used by Safari. So it is used by Chrome. So like that, different browsers will use this WebKit. So we have another plugin called MOZ. It is used by Firefox, Mozilla Firefox. We have O, it is used by Opera, like browsers. Several other browsers are supported with WebKit. WebKit supports several other browsers. Actually, earlier we used to have another called MS, but this is not used anymore. That means for Edge and everybody, WebKit is working. MS is for Internet Explorer. It is for Internet Explorer. But Internet Explorer is not there now. There is no more Internet Explorer. We have a browser called Internet Explorer. And now we don't have this Explorer. So we use the plugins like this. That means how to write actually is, how do we write the plugin is generally, suppose you are writing transform. So how you write the transform? You simply write transform, some scale is 2. Something like this we define. But many browsers cannot understand this transform. Several browsers cannot understand this transform. Then how to write? Our developer will write in 3 ways. He will write like this: WebKit transform. He will write like this: WebKit transform scale is how much? 2. He will write Mozilla transform scale is how much? 2. We will write Opera transform and scale is equal to 2. Like this we have to write. Means effect is only one. But the same effect we have to write 3 times. Why we need to write 3 times same effect? Because we don't know which browser they will use. And if you miss anyone in that browser, they don't work. That is the reason our developers have to write the same animation so many times. In real time, we have to write. While practicing, you don't. You just write only transform. But in real time projects, every transform must be written in how many ways? It should be written in 4. We have WebKit, we have Mozilla, another one we have Opera. These are the 4 ways we need to write. That means this is very important, because if you don't mention that in several application, means in several browsers, your animations will not work. Right? You see here, when we return transforms, transitions and all, I return transform rotate. Actually, we have an option. What is it? WebKit transform. You see WebKit transform. Transform, what we have to do? We have to use rotate. Rotate how much? 360 degree. So similarly, next we have to write for Mozilla transform. And it is rotate. Rotate is how much? 360 degree, like this. We have Opera transform. So that is rotate. Rotate is 360 degree. Sometimes people ask like, can I change the value for another browser? You can. In that case, what happens? In one browser, it will be in one way. In another browser, it will be in another way. Right? You can change for browsers. Right? That depends on these options. Earlier, we used to have MS also. But now MS we are not using anywhere. This MS is not there. That is for Microsoft actually. Internet Explorer is Microsoft. So one option we have to write 4 ways. So many times people ask, is there any alternative for this? Alternative is, there is no alternative. If you are directly using CSS, it is compulsory. Or what developers do is, developers use another preprocessor of CSS, and we call that preprocessor as, that is called as SAS. Later we are going to learn that SAS. By using SAS, we can reduce the compatibility issues. Browser compatibility issues we can reduce by using SAS, right? So why we have to write the same animation so many times? To make the animation available to all browsers. Not only transition, animation also same. WebKit animation duration, WebKit animation timing, functions like that. So whenever you are writing animation effects, these are important. That is how we need to configure. This is not just for transforms and all. For transitions, animations, everywhere, just add this word in the beginning. That is enough. We can handle. So these are all the CSS animations related concepts you need to know. Transforms, transitions, another one, animations. Animations are controlled by using keyframes, right? This is all the CSS part that you need to know in the front end development. Now, by using all these CSS and HTML, we must able to design some websites. But what is the problem in this styles and all is, it will take a lot of time in implementing every style. That is the reason in real-time projects, we have to design in a faster way. For that, all the CSS related effects and everything, we can easily apply faster. We can design by using another library, and that library is Bootstrap. So now we need to start understanding this Bootstrap. Actually, like Bootstrap, there are so many, but Bootstrap is one basic popular library. Actually, what is Bootstrap is, it is a component library for web designing. So software developers have to build a lot of animations for websites, have to build a lot of styles. Bootstrap will make the work easy. It will be more easy and more faster. Already some Bootstrap I showed you while working with forms, but now we will learn complete Bootstrap components. For example, what you will learn here is, suppose when you have the websites, so like Amazon and all these websites, you know, in this website, Amazon like website and all, you can see actually when you open Amazon website, there will be a navigation bar. There will be a sliding banners. Now you see there are sliding banners. Now this is next slide, previous slide. So if you see there are buttons, right arrow button, left arrow button, there is a banner here. Now you can see that these banners will be changing when I use those buttons. You see banners are changing. These are the banners changing. When I use the buttons, they are changing. If anybody asked how to create like this, in my website, I want this. Then actually to design like that, you need lot of CSS. You need lot of CSS along with JavaScript also, because some functionality also is there. Then like this, we can design just in a matter of 5 minutes without writing any much logic. So that means these all are already written, already designed. Just we need to take them and modify according to our requirement. That is what actually software development is. That means you learned every option, but you don't waste time in that. Why? Because software companies are not any talent show. Software development is pure business. They are doing business. You are a part of business. By tomorrow, you have to design and deliver. That means you should design and deliver by tomorrow. You cannot say that, give me 2 more days time. I will show my talent. I will work very hard. I will design great. They will say that we don't need this. We don't need any of your talent. We just want this design. By tomorrow, you do. They don't see your hard work. In software companies, nobody cares about your hard work. They just see whether the work given to you is done by the time given to you or not. That's the reason developers will not waste time in designing. They will implement designs and they will customize. Now we can design like this very easily. That is what Bootstrap teaches us. So what we are going to learn in Bootstrap, we are going to learn how to make the CSS more easy, more fast, how we can build applications faster. Like that, not only Bootstrap, so many are there. I will show you all of them, different are there. But if you know Bootstrap, you can handle all others. Bootstrap is very popular everywhere. So now we will see how to use this Bootstrap and create such designs, animations, that we'll see in next session. Right, tomorrow we will do that. So today we have a little delay because my system was updating and hanging. So that is the reason. So tomorrow we will start as usual 7:15. Okay, na? Tomorrow we'll continue, right? And in tomorrow we are going to start working with Bootstrap. Now because already you know CSS, Bootstrap will take 3-4 days time only. And now we can go into JavaScript. We will start working on JavaScript. So JavaScript, Bootstrap combinations you will see now, right? So that we will see in tomorrow's session. Okay.